global superstar, Tiffany Young. Let's give her a round of applause. Come on, there she is. Hi, Tiffany. Good evening. So let's get you, I know we see all these cameras point at you. Let's get you first here in the middle so that we can get our press there. Give you a couple seconds.
Thank you so much for coming.
All right, after this, let's take you onto that side of the stage, closer to the door. All right, let's move to the next side of the stage. Yes, let's go that way. For all our press members here on the left-hand side of the stage. All right, let's get you on this side. I'm going to switch spots with you. We're going to trade places. All right, while she's having her photos taken, let's get the chairs on here in the middle of the stage so that we can be a little bit more comfortable here this afternoon. Thank you very much, Tiffany. All right, we're going to set this up for you. Whichever side you want to sit on. Okay, I'll give you this microphone. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, she's here. Let's give her one more round of applause. She's here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for being here. First of all, good afternoon. Doesn't she look amazing? Does she look lovely? Yes, right?
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Philippines. And before we proceed, all the cameras, all the microphones, all the text pads, they're all here focused on you. Is there anything you want to say to our press here this afternoon?
Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming here. I had no idea the traffic would be this crazy, but I made it, and thank you so much for your time. And I'm just really excited for the show tomorrow.
Yes, the show is tomorrow, and we're happy to have you back. So we got a long list of questions. I know a lot of people here are interested in what you have to say, what you have to, what your thoughts are about, well, not just your music, not just the show, but to your Filipino fans. So let's start with your experiences here. So this is your third time visiting the Philippines.
Yes, it is.
And every time you visit a country, as for when you travel, you do develop impressions about the culture, etc. So being your third time here, has your impression of the Philippines changed at all?
I just landed here and I didn't really get to sightsee or go out because I'm usually kind of always focusing on prepping for the show in terms of just my mind, body, and soul in general. But my fans are sweet enough to always put in all the new hot snacks from the Philippines and things like that. So I can't wait till tomorrow. And I guess I'm just happy to know that the news is, I heard we're trending #1 right now. So thank you to all my fans. Yeah, I get to experience and know a little more about this beautiful place every time I come through you guys. So thank you.
All right, let's give that a round of applause. She's trending. Tiffany is trending here in Manila thanks to her fans.
Thanks to my fans, you guys.
So I'm gonna ask you a little of a side question. So aside from your fans, I don't want to, it's a little bit of a cop-out. So aside from your fans, what else is your favorite thing about the Philippines?
My fans are the most important things, period. Just kidding. You guys are. Apart from my fans, the weather. I'm a Cali girl at heart. I am a Leo. I was born in August, so I live for this weather. It's beautiful, and it just makes me want to dress up and be out in the sun. So I live for this weather.
The weather. How about the food? Have you tried anything from, a lot of fans always ask, what's your favorite Filipino food? Is there something that sticks out?
I think a popular dish that I never get sick of is chicken adobo and garlic fried rice. I don't know if people are going to judge me about liking garlic, but I personally love garlic in any of my cuisines, so I have to say those two. But I'm very open. Is there anything you recommend?
You should try sisig. Have you ever tried sisig?
No.
Oh, it's a game changer.
Okay, game changers. I'm always open to.
Why? First of all, it's not here, but why would someone judge you for liking garlic?
Some people are gonna be like, oh, she must smell like garlic, and I'm just like, yes, I do, and I will embrace it.
All right, so let's talk about the last time you were here, which was April of 2015. So doing the math, that's almost
5 years ago.
5 years ago. So, you know, a lot can change in 5 years. You know, they always ask that question, where do you see yourself in 5 years, et cetera, et cetera. What can you say is the biggest change about you, maybe your personality, maybe your music, or maybe your mindset, whatever it may be, in the last 5 years, what has really stuck out as a big change for you?
I think the biggest change would definitely be that I am a woman now. I have taken the time to really take responsibilities fully and be accountable. And you know, growing up, the glow up of being an adult, whether that's like taking care of my mind, body, and soul, going to therapy, eating the right food, sleeping at the right time, making sure that I'm ready to be in the studio, like willingly and ready. I'd have to say being a woman is probably becoming like a full-on responsible woman is the biggest change.
So the glow up.
Yes.
The 5-year glow up. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the 5-year glow up. You have to, if you want to be like Tiffany, you just got to do all the right things. Like I said, sleep at the right time, eat the right food.
No, I think for me, it's about trying everything and just having good intentions.
Okay.
That like I really realize like it's not about being afraid to make mistakes and just really, really going for the things you desire and your heart longs for. So, yeah.
And speaking of experiences, you know, a big thing that you really changed in your life is now that you're based in the U.S. So, can you talk first a little bit about that, and also what you miss now about Korea, because it is a world of difference, literally and figuratively.
What's interesting is that I got to move back, I guess, for the first year and a half to LA full time, but I have been going to Korea like every 8 weeks.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm happy to represent both Cheongdam and West Hollywood. Like, it's my favorite places. It's now, I feel like those two cities are my home. And I mean, I can't live one without the other. It's just, it feels like the Korean American in me, and I get to embrace both sides of those beautiful cities.
So how do you, I guess, keep those roots intact, even though you might be in the U.S. And then you move back every 8 weeks, you said? So there must be a way to keep the Korean side of you intact, whether it be through music or K-dramas. Here in the Philippines, I'm sure a lot of our audience members here. First of all, let's show of hands. Anybody fan of K-drama here? That's half the room. So Tiffany, are you you know, a fan of any of those shows, or?
I am actually a very big K-film fan. I have just loved watching Korean film growing up, and obviously one of my recent favorites, The Parasite. I mean, how can we not talk about it? Especially because it's just a moment for Asian representation in general in America. But in terms of K-dramas, I've always just really kept up with my bandmates dramas. So I'm really looking forward to, I guess, promo for Seong. Seong's new drama is starting on February 1st. Yeah, on OCN. So, and it looks a lot more intense than the other ones she used to. Yeah, so I'm really excited about her new production. But any K-dramas you guys want to recommend me, I would love to, because I love the music, I love the fashion, and I love how beautiful Seoul is like filmed. So,
anyone want to shout out a K-drama suggestion?
What's your favorite?
You might be, you know, the next influence for Tiffany and what she watches. What is it? Hotel de Luna.
Hotel de Luna. Okay, I got it.
If you see it on her IG stories.
Absolutely. I mean, the photos, her fashion, and like, because it's the moon energy. Thank you.
So in relation to the last question, which K-pop artists and K-pop songs do you listen to these days as well? I mean, I'm sure you must take some, you know.
Oh, of course. K-pop is in me. I'm always watching, and I'm always looking for just constant inspiration. And you know, it's a part of me, so I'm always watching. Okay, let's see who's got the new stuff. Most recently, I was a part of Zico's Any Song Challenge. Zico's new song is amazing, and I just love that it's all about being free and dancing and just having fun. I heard the song and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do it. Had so much fun doing it, and obviously Tan's new album, Dear Myself, The Unseen, the whole project. I'm so happy and proud of her her new album. So I have to say Zico and Hey Ya.
All right. Yeah, see, you got some fans.
Yeah.
You got some fans.
Wait, but I also really loved Itzy's Dala Dala and Icy stuff because we have a mutual friend who's the choreographer for it, and I love the dance routine and I just love the energy they give.
Yeah, you heard the fan out there.
Yeah.
We all like the same thing.
So let's move the conversation a little bit to, I guess, social media. So on Stan Twitter, they call it quote unquote Stan Twitter. They Sochi Crumbs. They want to know, like, first of all, how's your relationship with the girls and girls generation?
I think you guys ask this every time because
Right.
you already know. Like
Always.
we're family, so we're always talking to one another, if not to a specific member, because each member can kind of really give the right advice about different topics. But also sometimes we spend, I've been seeing Suyoung a lot more. I think it's because we were crossing a lot more paths. Other bandmates are seeing each other. Everybody's so busy, and we're just so happy for one another.
You mentioned Suyoung, but also with Hyoyeon, they were in your Teach You music video. So a lot of your fans are wondering what is next. Is there going to be another collaboration with one of the girls? What's on the horizon?
I mean, everybody is so busy, but we are always open and all for it. So who knows?
All right. Well, we are here for your concert tomorrow, and so let's talk about your music.
Yeah.
So among all the songs that you've released, can you tell us maybe? Could you rank them? I know it's a difficult question to ask, but could you rank maybe your 3 favorite songs, or songs that maybe fans that haven't heard them yet, what they should listen to?
I think my 3 most recent songs are probably my most favorite till date, which would be Run For Your Life, Magnetic Moon, and Born Again. And those 3 specifically because of just how those songs came to be. It was a time for me where I wanted to come in full emotion, where I wanted both myself and my fans to open up a new layer about themselves and be okay with not being okay sometimes, because it's such an important message to share. And also, Magnetic Moon and Run For Your Life is one of those songs that everybody comes alive when we're singing together during the show. And I can't wait to see all my fans singing tomorrow night with me.
So it's a very emotionally charged, set list. And you did mention Born Again is the top 3. And you've said before that it is a very personal song to you. So when you perform songs like that, what goes through your head? What goes through your mindset when you are performing songs that are very emotionally charged for you?
Last night, the Open Hearts Youth show in Tokyo, I was singing Born Again, and I just remember being so thankful on stage, because I remember when I was writing that song, I was so afraid, or I felt like I was in so much pain and fear. But the fact that I got to share this and open up with my fans and say, hey, here I am, here you are, I'm here for you no matter what you're going through. And the fact that we're singing these songs to one another over and over again and finding happiness through those new moments. Last night made me realize how thankful I am and how lucky I am to open up and have my fans just hold me through this, and I just want to do the same back for them. So that really is my inspiration when I'm singing that.
The fans.
Yeah.
So, do you like that as fans of Tiffany Young? Yeah? That thumbs up? So, let's talk about Magnetic Moon. It's a very unique concept.
Thank
the
you.
video, the styling, the lyrics, the music video, it's all very, it's so perfectly made in a sense.
Thank you.
So, but how did you come up with the moon aesthetic? A lot of fans want to know.
I think my fans know the story. I tend to become my creative juices get flowing really, really late in the night. I mean, I start my sessions really early, but late in the night when I'm taking a breath of fresh air outside, the moon is shining outside. My producer has a beautiful husky dog named Maestro, and I was like, oh, I need to channel this moon energy about being in my element and feeling free. So I'd have to say Magnetic Moon song-wise came to me when I was just getting a breath of fresh air outside during the night. Yes, with Maestro standing next to me. But also, I mean, I love Sailor Moon, and who doesn't love Sailor Moon? So.
So it was, in a sense, it was a very spontaneous. I guess it came in a more spontaneous way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's when it just really kind of clicks and goes, like the idea just really goes through. But for me, I guess I'm kind of like a nocturnal person.
Right. Okay, so we did mention that a lot of people here follow you on social media, and if you check out your on the gram, your fashion choices are something that everybody desires, and you must be very hands-on with the fashion, with your fashion. Is that how it works? Do you curate? I want to wear this, but it looks good like this, etc., etc.
Of course, I mean, fashion is such an important part of my expression of music and also myself, because I've learned how to cope with body positivity through fashion. Fashion was a form of security and armor for me. And I think the more you know, the more you can really experiment and just kind of rock out to whatever it is you're feeling. For me, it's a collaborative process. I like to mood board things early when the song comes. And I have a great team who helps me like start printing out different photos and mood boarding. And I mean, let me flip my hair. Fashion is a lifestyle, everyone. And I'm just so happy that I can share new styles or like spontaneous experimental looks.
Is the process similar for when you think about the fashion for your music videos, but you also do the whole mood board thing?
Yes, that would definitely be for the music video and for production. I usually just kind of see a fabric or a color or a designer that I love and be like, okay, this is very 2000s Christian Lacroix, let's go. But yeah, I'm kind of a fashion nerd.
Okay.
I like to go through my fashion designers A through Z, so that's how it works.
And I think your fans are very thankful for that. So one of your latest songs, Run For Your Life, it's full of catchy one-liners. And is there a specific lyric that maybe you really like from that song? I mean, I'm sure you love the whole song, but is there something that stands out in that song?
I think everybody loves, I love when I say, on an ocean of Lea. There's something so fab about pronouncing Lea that way. And I guess, I'm in a mood and I don't want to hide it. That's so the 2020 energy that we should kind of challenge together. Be unapologetic and just serve your looks, honey.
So is a mood, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is a mood. So you did mention that 2020 is, it's something that's the energy we should be channeling for 2020. But let's go back a little bit. Just a couple months ago, 2019 was a huge year for you. I mean, you released your first U.S. album and went on multiple tours, and you took home the Best Solo Breakout Award from iHeartRadio. It must be, well, first of all, how do you feel about all of that happening? And is there a certain highlight from 2019? Can you pick one of them as the highlight?
The highlight of 2019 would definitely be touring, all the tours. I've just found so much joy in this addiction of wanting to see my fans every single night. It's been wonderful, and the iHeartRadio Award was also fan voted, so I was so happy to connect and communicate and just see one another every night. It was such an amazing year, and I hope to have just the same this year.
Yeah. So 2019, if you could describe it in one word, would you be able to do that? Is there a one word that describes 2019? And to make it even more challenging, just a little more challenging, what would you use to describe 2020? One word.
Ooh, I'm so lucky. I'm so thankful I went to therapy and I already thought about this.
Okay.
I mean, I was thinking 2019 was all about being fearless. Fearless. But 2020 is about being brave.
Okay.
Fearless is like not knowing and just kind of going after it. But being brave is willingly going for it, even though you know all the things and you're kind of equipped and making sure you're educating yourself and grabbing all the knowledge you can before you do something. And 2020 is all about being brave, not giving up, and just continuously going after what you love.
So fearless in 2019 and 2020, you all know, be
Brave.
brave. So we are talking about your albums, your music. You released 2 singles we did mention earlier, Magnetic Moon, Run for Your Life. Are these gonna be part of an album? I mean, what is there something that when can we expect the next album from you?
It's a slight question.
I know.
It's too early to say right now.
Okay.
I'm always in the studio, and I mean, I've said it before, but I really want the creativity and the music to lead the way, so who knows. But I have been writing quite a bit, and I'm going straight to the studio after, because the energy I get from all my fans from tour, I'm like, okay, I need to go in. I need to put this into a song right now.
So it's just all in the works.
Yes, who knows?
All right. And you have been known as a huge Disney fan, right? You even did Remember Me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're a big fan of Lea Salonga's Reflection from Mulan.
I'm a big fan of Lea Salonga, period.
You know what? Lea does read the paper. She does watch TV here all the time. And actually, the question is, what would you say to Lea Salonga if you had? Well, now you have your chance.
Oh my gosh, Lea Salonga, she is such a queen, such a diva, the original Disney princess. Not only Mulan, but Princess Jasmine, and I've watched all her Broadway productions, from Les Mis to Miss Saigon, and she's such, and what she's doing now, she's such an inspiration, helping young children find their voices as well. Lea, I love you, and I think you have been such an inspiration and role model for Asian women, Asian American women, and just Asians in entertainment in general. And I love you, and I aspire to be a Disney princess just like you. Just speak it into existence. But you've inspired so many young girls and boys, and you still do till this day.
Perfect. Lea's super active on Twitter. She does retweet a lot of videos. So if the media wants to take a little clip, tweet Lea Salonga. I'm sure.
Oh my gosh.
She's gonna
I gotta sing like Reflections or A Whole New World Tomorrow or something, or On My Own.
So when we're all here now, all our media here, can I just ask a media question? Doesn't Tiffany just have the most bright energy, right? I mean, I know you're not gonna name drop, but not all artists are as happy or as energetic as you. And how do you bring that? You're always smiling. How are you always so upbeat when you do these interviews? Do you do is there a routine that you do? Do you listen to a particular song?
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. And I think I really took time and dedication into advocating for mental health, mental wellness, self-care. For myself to begin with, that the energy that you give off, if you can make somebody's day better, kindness and kindness goes so much further. And for me, I hope to do that, and I hope to be kind and spread kindness anytime I can. And the goal for me, even doing music, is that I just want to make people happy. I just want to make my fans happy. So for me, a lot of self-care, whether that's dessert, listening to RuPaul, I don't know,
RuPaul.
you too? Okay, everybody's clapping. I mean, sometimes if I'm feeling down, I'm listening to Jealous of My Boogie and then starting my day. But music, amazing people, amazing fans, just reminding yourself how lucky you are. Finding something you're grateful for every day. I did start a gratitude journal this year. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that? How that works? Or I know it's a very personal thing, but maybe some advice for people who want to start doing that?
I decided I wanted to write down 3 things I'm thankful for every single day when I wake up. Because it's kind of hard, and the more you push yourself and the more specifics you add onto it, your day, the quality of your day gets better. So yeah. If anybody wants some positivity in their life, I'm trying to push that.
I like that. Let's get that on record. What is it again?
My friends are like, positivity.
Positivity.
Yeah, I love you guys. You guys are so creative. But yeah, gratitude journaling and just giving yourself a fabulous nickname.
I love that. And you write that down. Make sure you spread that word, positivity. That's awesome. So 2019, you did say, be fearless. 2020, be brave. 2019 also channeled what people are calling, moon energy, right? So 2020, is there another energy that you want to bring into this year?
I want to bring in being fab, fierce, and fashionable and fun. A lot of F's, but good F's.
Good F's. Well, tomorrow is the Lunar New Year, and it is the date of your concert here. So, first of all, how do you celebrate the Lunar New Year? And secondly, how does it feel that you're going to be bringing in the New Year here in the Philippines, performing for, well, I'm sure they believe they are the best fans in the world for you.
I mean, Happy New Year to everybody here. And I travel a lot and I try to take things in moment to moment, and it doesn't matter where I am. And to be honest, there's no place I'd rather be than with my fans and having a show. Like, I'm so lucky and I'm so excited to, we should all make a wish tomorrow together at the show. It is 2020, a brand new decade, and truly, there's no place I'd rather be for New Year's.
All right. And, on Twitter, you did wish your fans a happy 2020. So now we have to ask you, I'm sure everyone here is curious as well. What is your wish for yourself? Because, like you said, you've been journaling, you've been thinking about what you're grateful for. So before we come to a close, this 2020, what is your New Year's wish for yourself, Tiffany?
I want to continue to tour. I want to continue to make music. I want to continue to make people happy. I think there's nothing more special than that, and I'm so grateful to do what I do. And I hope this year we'll be making more fun memories on tour. And I just hope everybody's healthy and happy.
Right. And your message to the Filipino young ones that have been excited to see you here, return to the country after almost 5 years, what is your message to them?
Well, mabuhay, Filipino young ones. I missed you guys so much. I'm so excited for tomorrow's show, and Happy New Year, and I hope everybody's healthy and happy. And I'm just so happy to see you. I missed you guys so much. 와줘서 고마워요.
All right, thank you to all the media here. Let's give her a round of applause. Tiffany Young, everyone. Tiffany, you are an inspiration, and we are so excited to see you tomorrow. So we can count on everyone who's going to be here tomorrow, right? Everyone's going to be here tomorrow
Are you coming
at the concert.
Thank you.
All right. So one more time, Tiffany Young, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys. One more time, JC, everyone.
Thank you so much. Let's get a couple more photos if it's okay with you. I'll
Thank you,
take your
no,
microphone.
absolutely. Thank